Yo, red dad, blue dad, I'm making that paper. Red dad, blue dad, I'm making that paper. Yo, red dad, blue dad, I'm making that. How about you? I'm trying to fight this one bull, yeah, no, I won't lose. How about you? Stick to the script, get broke, yeah, just like glue. The poor get poor every day, now, homie, now I won't lose. How they on my shit.
Steve Forbes, and this is What's Ahead, where you get the insights you need to better navigate these turbulent times. 2022 could well be the year when inflation starts to hit adversely the stock market. To assess the scale and impact rising prices will have, investors need to appreciate that there are two kinds of inflation. One comes from the Federal Reserve printing too much money, which reduces the value of the dollar. Our central bank did this big time in the 1970s and early 2000s, in both cases leading to serious economic crises and high unemployment. The Fed was doing this at a slower pace before COVID-19 hit, and then again during its early stages. The second type of inflation is non-monetary, where prices rise because of government distortions in the economy. For example, thanks to onerous regulations, a house in California will cost 2 to 3 times a similar house in Texas. The two kinds of inflation can hit an economy simultaneously, which is what we've been experiencing. Leaders grossly underestimated the impact disrupting the infinitely complex and multitudinous supply chains around the world would have on the functioning of a modern economy. Each day, literally hundreds of millions of buy and sell arrangements and transactions take place. Abruptly and repeatedly upending these activities has led to the shortages and soaring costs we're experiencing. The economy is not like a light switch. Compounding the problem here is that countries have pursued different pandemic policies. The reopenings and reclosings have not been simultaneous. Moreover, many businesses have been destroyed or severely damaged, while others have boomed. Adjusting to all this is taking a toll. A non-monetary inflation will eventually sort itself out, if governments let it. But the Biden administration is waging a regulatory war against businesses, most notably fossil fuels. These actions are throwing sand into the gears of recovery. But the darkest cloud overhanging the new year is the more ominous kind of inflation. That is, undermining the value of the dollar. For instance, during the Great Inflation that began over half a century ago and lasted more than a decade, it was the monetary variety, oil went from $3 a barrel to almost $40. But crude did not become 13 times more valuable. Rather, the surging oil price reflected a weakening dollar. The Fed has been on a money-creating binge, but has kept over $1.5 trillion from flooding the economy through using a gimmick called reverse repurchase agreements. These kinds of schemes, though, almost always end badly. Moreover, the Fed says it will stop its prolific buying of government bonds by this spring. Our central bank recently has been financing almost half of Uncle Sam's budget deficits. What is likely to happen without the Fed as the big buyer? Higher interest rates than expected. This will be bad news for the economy and for stocks. I'm Steve Forbes. Thanks for listening. Do send in your comments and suggestions. I look forward to being with you soon again.
Peace, family. Peace, family. Peace. This your boy, Red Dad, Blue Dad, a.k.a. Financial Freedom Fighter, a.k.a. Time Clock Smasher. Peace, baby. Peace. Thank y'all for tuning in, man. You know your boy, Red Dad, Blue Dad, got to drop this bullish information, and I ain't here to compete with TikTok. So today, I want to talk about JASMYCOIN, man. I want to talk about Jasmy being the chosen one. And it didn't just start recently. I want to go over an article that it was mentioned in Forbes magazine back in 2018. But that's why I showed the video in the beginning. Steve Forbes was talking about what's ahead, what's coming. He went over briefly how the inflation works and where we at right now. He explained that the Fed manipulates stocks, it manipulates, and also he didn't say crypto, but it manipulates crypto as well, that the Feds buy back, okay? So that means that a lot of these stocks are shell companies and is only on life support via the Feds. So whenever you see bearish moments like we see in crypto, it's because the Feds have not put their manipulation in yet, okay? When they start buying things, that's when you see all the crypto goes up at once. Okay, the Fed controls it. The Feds is the whale, along with Grayscale Whale and a few others, but the Feds is the real whale. Now, it ain't me said that. That was Forbes. You just heard Steve Forbes say that. But I want to know, how credible is Forbes magazine? Okay, now, again, he told you that the Fed is manipulating everything. Those are not Red Dad, Blue Dad words. Those are Steve Forbes. Okay. Family, we got to understand that, okay? Once we understand that, we'll be all right. We'll understand these bearish moments. That's why I always say take your profits. Take your profits because the Feds are going to take theirs because they are building a fourth industrial revolution, okay? They're building it. Until it's done, this is what's going to happen. It's going to be high volatility. Okay, the Fed is going to bump it towards most of the year, and then they're going to dump it at the end of the year. And it's the same cycle been happening since I've been into crypto, and I see it. So I'm seeing how to take advantage every chance I get and shave and take profits, because the Fed is going to do that until this fourth industrial revolution is built. So that's why your boy Red Dad Blue Dad feel like one day we're going to wake up when the fourth industrial revolution is built, all the cryptos that are worth something that we talk about, that I talk about, some other YouTube influencers that give constructive information, not miseducation, those cryptos are going to rise and never to come back to what we see now in the beginning, so-called beginning of this cryptocurrency run. So let's talk about Forbes magazine. And before I go into that, I just want to shout everybody out. Shout out to my new subscribers. Shout out to my subscribers. Shout out to the new listeners. Everybody who's subscribing, don't subscribe. Everybody who's down with this information and not miseducation. Your boy Red Dad Blue Dad about to go in, but I'm not a financial advisor, no investment advisor. Some of these cryptos I talk about can make you a shero, or it can make you a hero, but best believe it can make you a zero, because it can go to zero as well. That's just a chance we take anytime we take money out of our pocket. That's a chance we take, man. But you know, your boy Red Dad Blue Dad got to bring this energy. So let's get it, man. Let's rock. Let's rock, Jasmine folks, Jasmine family. So the Forbes magazine, okay, this is an American business magazine owned and integrated by a Well Media Investments, okay, the Forbes family. It's published 8 times a year. It features an article, finances, industry, investing, and market topics. Ford also related to subjects as technology, communication, science, political, and law. Its headquarters is located in New Jersey City, New Jersey. Okay, competitors and national business magazines categories: Fortune's, Bloomberg, and Business Week. Forbes has a international edition, Asia as well. The edition is produced under the license in 27 countries and regions worldwide. The magazine is known to the list of rankings, including the richest Americans, Forbes 400, of the American wealthiest celebrities, the world top companies, Forbes Global 2000, Forbes list of world most powerful people, the world's billionaires. The motto of Forbes magazine is to change the world. It is a chair in additional in chief as Steve Forbes and his CEO Mike Felix in 2014 has sold it to Hong Kong-based investment group Integrate Well Media Investments. Okay, and that's all I want to just go over. I just want to let you know, the first issue of this Forbes Family magazine was back in 1917, and 104 years ago. Okay, that's 104 years ago from today. All right, so there's a lot of fake news, false news, but Forbes magazine saying that they want to give they want to change the world by giving the most credible news. Okay, so if you make the Forbes list, then I don't think it's either you good or either they calling you out. So we have to take it for face value based on what Forbes is. They the oldest magazine, definitely in the United States, which is 104 years old. So I want to make sure it's credible what I'm saying about Forbes magazine. So let's get into the article. All right, family, let's let your boy Red Dad Blue Dad go over this article that's from June 27 of 2018, 1 a.m. Here's a special edition that they did, okay? And I want to first of all say shout out to Uber Houston, okay? Shout out to that brother. He have done live streams with me and Mayu. They have the best information when it comes to the JASMYCOIN. I'm gonna make sure I leave the Discord in the descriptions, because if you want to know about JASMYCOIN, Mayu and Uber Houston and myself is dropping a lot of bullish content on this. And shout out to the Twitter live stream. Shout out to everybody that come on there and have a discussion about Jasmine. So shout out to that family. It's very positive, man. So let your boy Red Dad Blue Dad go in on the behalf of Uber Houston, who sent me this article. I can't take credit for it. I got to give him credit, because that's how your boy Red Dad Blue Dad is. So it says, back in 2018, what is that, 3-4 years ago, okay? Japan's, well, it's 3 years, not 4, because June 27 will be 4 years. So let's say Japan's next economy boom will be Bitcoin and blockchain fueled. It's not saying it'll be Bitcoins. It just say it'll be fueled via cryptocurrency. Okay, so let's get into this article. Now, what do the article say? Okay, so let's just try to make it simple. I'm going to get all these ads popping up because I'm using a Coil web browser, so I'm getting paid to use this. So a lot of these things are going to pop up, so forgive that. So it says that Japan's economy, which for years have struggled to return to 1980 growth levels, okay, could be about to boom once again thanks to Bitcoin, cryptocurrencies, and blockchain technology. At Japan's blockchain conference this week in Tokyo, that's back then, which is in 2018, it is suspected to become a yearly event. The chief financial services, SBI Holdings, I'm not going to say no names, he said he's betting blockchains to relate technologies that will fuel the next boom for Japanese economy after a decade of economy missteps. So now, in 1970, Japan has the second largest GDP after the U.S., and the boom continues through 1980. However, the early 1990s, Japan's economy has stalled, plunging the country into what has been called the lost decade of growth. Okay, let's get into it. Now, previously, it's been suggested that Japan economy could kick-start by a technology boom. Let's say technology boom, I should say. Okay? Wait a minute. Shout out to Fred Energy. I see that there. We'll go over that on another live stream. I just witnessed something else. But let's keep going. Improve the mobile connectivity through a longer wait of 5G technology along with Internet of Things. Now, family, let's understand that. They shut the country down to boil into the ground. It's called utilities. It's called boring. That's utilities. That's information. So they shut us down. They shut the roads down here in Florida. They shut the schools down to integrate the 5G poles, the 5G technology. I'm telling you, family, that's why they shut everything down so they can integrate the internet to 5G technology, family, along with the Internet of Things. Okay, that's underground born. It's called utilities. Okay, so if you're invested into utilities, 5G, you're doing good right now. Not financial advice. So the rapid increase in computer and power, artificial intelligence could combine to trigger an economy boom in which Japan will place the lead the way. Is well placed to lead the way. So they're telling you that Japan will go from number one. For number two. Let's go back up. Let's understand this now. It's the return of Japan. Now, Japan was here. If we go back, they was the second next to America. Where is it here? Let's show the receipts. The GDP. Where's the GDP? Go back up. Find it, Red Dad, Blue Dad. Where did I read that at? Let's go back and find the receipts here. The GDP. Here it is. In 1970, it's the return, the rise of the red sun. Japan, the world's second largest GDP after the U.S., boomed through the 1980s. However, the early 1990s, it had a stall. It was plunging. The company had to call it the lost decade of growth. Now, there was number two, leading in the world. Now, let's go back. Now, because of 5G, along with Internet of Things, it is increasing in computer power, artificial intelligence, can combine a triggering economy boom in which Japan is well placed to lead the way. All right, now y'all got to have eyes to see. You got to have ears to listen. Okay, SBI which if you look at that, look at those banks and Mitsubishi banks and all those stuff is leading the way. They even got part ownership in like Chase Morgan and all this stuff. Family, that's another deep dive. It's investing into companies in Japan across the East Asia through its 460 million AI and blockchain funds established earlier this year. We want to take blockchain beyond financial. Okay, he said. There's a lot of speculation demands around cryptocurrency, which is why the price is growing up so quickly. But people need to think about how technology is being in real life and how they can improve people's business. Expect this boom to happen within a few years. Has been steering SBI towards blockchain and cryptocurrency as a result. Now, this is a few years. This is back in 2018. Now, okay, so earlier this year, it was revealed that SBI is planning to launch a cryptocurrency exchange this summer, and it has invested into a renewable energy wind farm to begin mining Bitcoin Cash, which believe a valuable origin Bitcoin. Okay, now Bitcoin is too expensive, and people is just holding it and hoping that it increase in value. That's all it is, a store of value. They're hoping that it goes up. That's all Bitcoin is. It's no utility. Okay. Aaron McDonald, the chief executive of decentralized apps marketplace Centrality, which closed 80 million initial coin offering. Okay, earlier this year, expect Japan and East Asia to the core drivers of global Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and blockchain adoption. Family, Japan, and East Asia will be the drivers of global Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, and blockchain adoption, family. Japan is, not America. Don't expect America to be the lead when it comes to cryptocurrency. They're just going to adopt the technology. Long as they have the payments, as far as the technology, America don't give a damn. They would adopt it because they know the money controls everything, family. But the technology and all that, Japan would be number one because they would rule the technology via cryptocurrency and blockchain adoption, family. Right here, this is Forbes magazine now. This ain't Red Dad Blue Dad just speculating, talking about this and giving you a half truth. Okay, family, it's here. If anybody know better, rebut this Forbes magazine from 2018. Let me know. New Zealand, based on Centrality, is initial coin offering was predominantly bought by investors from Japan. Where the third of the adults have used cryptocurrency wallets. We'll focus on the region because people in Japan are further ahead than the rest of the world when it comes to blockchain and cryptocurrencies, McDowell said. Who agrees that blockchain boom is just a few years away? I agree. It is here now. Red Dad, Blue Dad agree that it's here now. Okay. The chief of the blockchain investment advisor, the CTIA, one of Centrality major investors, said if blockchain is integrated into Japan's market, it would be a great tool to prevent the market from declining. Family, they ain't finna let their market decline. You crazy? Now, back then in 2018 of that week, it announced that Centrality has secured a partnership with China's giant Infinity Vision and Japan's base JASMY. Right here, family. JASMY been a chosen one since 2018. Founded by a former Sony, the president of Sony Corporations. Okay, here is JASMYCOIN. Have your coin that you invested in made Forbes magazine? Okay, gotta have eyes to see and ears to listen. Japan is gonna lead the world. For the first time, they were second back in the 80s and 70s, but now they get a chance to lead the world, family. They get to lead the world. Do y'all understand when cryptocurrencies, especially in America, if you consider middle class, right? The other countries don't have middle class. But cryptocurrency investing, definitely the people who working on fintech across the seas, and definitely people who invested in cryptocurrency, don't you know the cryptocurrency is going to make these other countries like Africa, like Asia, like Japan, middle class? via cryptocurrency? Gotta have eyes to see and ears to listen. So, however, they fear that the heavy-handed regulations could suffocate the blockchain and cryptocurrency in Japan, with the government climbing down on cryptocurrency exchanges early in this year to wake of a number of high-profile thefts. The fear of global regulation crackdown contributed to a sharp fall in Bitcoin price in 2018 after a rapid rise last year. Okay, now this is in 2018, family. This ain't now. Remember, JASMYCOIN has been regulated of Japan. It at least reached the regulation state. So this has happened since after this article. Okay, Japan's JASMYCOIN got regulated after this article back in 2018. So it is like illegal ICO, money laundering, tax evasion, theft, changes, outages, excessive speculation has all become worries for regulators this year. This is 2018, family. It's not now. While in Japan, broadly choosing to accommodate an approach to blockchain and cryptocurrency last introduction of law to result in 16 licenses trading venues in early March also cracked down, penalizing 6 exchanges and telling another to revise its management and structure along others changes. Now, family, you can't tell me that JASMYCOIN has been chosen to lead Japan, not to number 2 in the GDP, but to lead the world in cryptocurrency adoption. Okay, family, you know, some people might not like me the way I talk, and might not like me the way I look, but I know for a fact, for those who got eyes to see and ears to listen, rock with your boy Red Dad, Blue Dad, and that's a fact. Sometimes you don't know what the way your message is put out there, how people perceive it, who can take it, who adjust it, who has enough patience, you know what I'm saying, to even listen to a video that's over 20 minutes, even 3 minutes. Your boy Red Dad Blue Dad ain't in business to compete with TikTok. I'm here to get a crypto truce, half truths, half facts. Is up to you to decide what's true or what's facts to you. But for those who rockin' with Red Dad Blue Dad, definitely see that we're now into a new digital age, and going from physical to digital, and now that it is digital, means that the dollar, the greenback dollar, would be obsolete, right? And no longer would need to depend on what we call the petrodollar, which is oil, pegged to oil, okay? And we know the stronger the dollar, the lower cryptocurrency is. That's just the way it works. The stronger cryptocurrency is, the weaker the dollar. And you got to understand, family, you're getting, if JASMYCOIN is now at 5 cents, right? What are you getting? About 20 coins to $1. Okay, 20 coins to $1. That means the dollar is strong as of now, because you can get 20 JASMYCOINs for $1 if Jasmy is trading at 5 cents. But what happened if Jasmy goes to $1? What happened is Jasmy go to $5? Then what does that do to the dollar? Okay, that means the dollar has decreased it. And that's the same across the board with any cryptocurrency. When you see a 30,000, a 40,000, a 50,000 Bitcoin, that means that the dollar is weak and Bitcoin is stronger. You got to have eyes to see. You got to have ears to listen. Okay? I want to keep this video low. I want to go over centrality and the partners, but this is going to be a part 2. So I want you guys to watch this video over and over again. I'm going to drop another video right after this on Jasmy and show some more receipts, because JASMYCOIN in a wink of an eye could 5x, could AX, just like any other crypto. But best believe, the great return of Jasmy price and value trending up will return. And this ain't financial advice. So that's it, family. This been your boy Red Dad Blue Dad. Breakdown of Forbes magazine and JASMYCOIN being named in Forbes magazine back in 2018. If you like this content, share it out. If you like this content, hit the like button. If you like this content, subscribe, hit the notification bell. Because your boy Red Dad Blue Dad is out here. I'm not here to waste your time. I'm here to change your mind. Peace.
Before I get poor every day now, homie, now I won't lose. Probably I might see them people, that's something I can't choose. It's Red Dad, Blue Dad, I'm making that paper.